So living our light, I believe that's why we are on this planet, to live our light. And how then to do that? And how to connect, and that's not what I'm going to talk about today, but the whole life is about how am I connecting to my truth, to my essence, to my soul, to my higher self. And then once you know that, right, how am I actually living it? So I want to talk about that. And today I want to talk about one experience I had yesterday, which is a great demonstration of how we used to measure success in the olden days and how are we measuring success in this new way of living. Because the way you measure it is drastically changing the way you experience, the way you can stay better with your essence and not losing yourself in being needing to be successful, in needing to have earned enough money, needing to put your business out, or needing to be good in what you do, or you being a mom and having well-behaving kids, or whatever your measurement of success is. It's the old way of measurement, right? Ugh. So let me tell the story of what happened yesterday, which is putting myself out there. So I've been thinking, shall I really share this? Dallas, do you really want to go on record sharing this? But it's such a beautiful example of forgetting about that old way of success and embracing a new one. Because I want to be, my measurement of success, I want to be is how joyful I am, how much I enjoy an experience, how balanced I am, how much I am allowing my essence to come through, and how much I am, not as a measurement, but if we're talking about a measurement of success, it's more, that's what I want, right? I want to be happy. I want to be joyful. I want to love the things that I'm doing. And if I have that, then that's successful. And again, success not in the old way, but in a new way. Like, that's what I want for myself. I want to get out of the way and allow my essence to come into this life, and I don't have to figure it out. It will find its way into my life, and my life will then go with such ease. So let me talk about that beautiful example. Yesterday, and I spoke about it in my last video and the one before, but the last one specifically was about a new tribe that I have started, a tribe of truth, and I'm calling it Light Living. So yesterday was the grand opening, and I've spoken about it once here and twice within my Facebook group, and I sent an email out to my email list. And yesterday morning I woke up so joyful. So like, today's the day. Today is when we have our first Zoom call. We're coming almost every week together in a Zoom call to explore this new way of living. Living from your essence, living from your souls, living your soul's path. All different ways of describing that, right? And yesterday I started it, I opened it. It's an open group. Everyone can join whenever you want. And nobody came. And I was starting to feel throughout the day like, I don't think anybody's going to sign up yet for this first time. And I woke up in the joy, and I stayed in my joy, not as a practice, not as doing and like, it's going to be great or nothing. I did nothing. I just felt like that. And I make another post on in my Facebook group, which is called Starseed Living, and felt good about it. I was like, I am already this field, this light living. I'm already vibrating it. I'm already part of it. It is happening today, and today is the first call that we're going to have. And those are the calls of deep conversation and really exploring all the different ways of doing this new life, right? Away from the pushing, but really allowing it. Okay, let me not describe that anymore. You know what I mean. And the moment came that it was the time, and there was no one in that call. I knew it because I saw nobody signed up, of course. And I thought, well, regardless if you're coming or not, I'm here and I'm loving it. So I put the record button and I recorded, and I started with channeling. I welcomed it, I opened it as if there were people, because that's how it felt. I'm opening a space. I'm not opening a group of people. I'm opening a field. And then I had the soul of light living channeled through me speak to us, which was, I need to listen to it again, but it was beautiful, beautiful. I can't recall it now, so I can't share anything with you. But it's within the group, right? And it was beautiful. And I had some words afterwards, and then I stopped, and that was it. And I uploaded it in that tribe space that I have online. I felt so good after. And I felt like that since. Now, I call this successful in the sense that I felt the joy. I have opened it. This is in my field already for weeks, and I created it, and it's there, and it started, and so it feels wonderful. And the success is that I felt joyful, and I've done it, and all of that. I've done many of these things before, but this was this one, and I felt joyful about it. And isn't that a measurement of success? Not the old way. How many people came? How much did it make? Or any of those things that are old measurements. Is that if there were 20 people, it's more successful than if there were 2? Or if there were none? Is the number of people a measurement of success, of how well I did it, or how well I promoted it, or where is that a measurement for? Or is the measurement of success a field was open? There was joy. There was presence. I was so present there. Isn't that the measurement of success? I think so. I choose this one. So isn't that just, I find it such a wonderful example of me holding a space, me being so freaking present with myself, that none of the outer curses of attendance or enthusiasm or, oh, enthusiasm is there. People hear about it. They're like, oh yeah, this resonates with me. And then there's a step of, am I going to join that? There's so many things happening in my life. Is this a choice I make? And I feel that there's a bit of a threshold there. Okay, take your time, right? It's there. I will be there next week. And whoever is there is there. The field is there. That is most important. To be able to stay in that joy and to stay in that state of presence, regardless of any circumstances, that is light living. So it's almost as if I needed to start it by myself, to demonstrate or to feel for myself that is light living. I'm just demonstrating it. I did it not for the purpose of that I wanted to demonstrate, but that's how it happened. And isn't that just beautiful? Beautiful. And the same happening is with finances, right? Bills are coming in and I'm just putting them aside. Yeah, you will have to wait. I don't know how to deal with that yet. You will wait. I come to you when time's right, when money is there. I try sometimes to, maybe it's better to be worried, so there's more push. There is more, the same with the group, right? But financially, it's like there's more push in me that maybe I will start doing something about it. Nothing in me wants that. I'm really beyond that point. Beyond the point of the old way of needing to worry about it. I'm at the space of, you know what? I'm here. I'm feeling my essence. I feel that's all that is here. And it's not that I'm laying on my couch all day, I'm my essence. I'm moving from there. I'm not away from it, but I'm moving it moves through my human, let's say, into the world in actions. I created this light living tribe. I'm talking with other people that want to be guests in this space, that have something to offer where they're really good at, like manifesting things in your life. It's not called like that, but consciously creating. Well, you could say that in a way, this was a kind of creating it and then measuring it. Oh, but I created it, but it didn't work. No. No, that sounds ridiculous to me. The old way, it feels, yeah, that didn't work. You failed. And a little part of my ego is still like, but is it a good idea to share this, Alice? Because you the old ladies, but it failed. It didn't work. Where is it going to lead to? I don't know. It doesn't lead anywhere. It is. It doesn't need to lead anywhere. Because that's what my ego says. So where will this lead to? Will this be a better magnet so you attract more people? And I'm like, what? That's not what this is about. This is about living my truth. Now, in this moment, this is it. And what happens next and the next and the next, I don't know. I only know that I'm really true to myself. And I wish I could tell you like, oh, if you do it like that, be really true to yourself, and then that's going to be so successful in the olden way, the numbers and the money and da. But that's again me going backwards. It doesn't make sense. There is no getting to. There is no needing to see where this unfolds to. It would be nice to have that on paper, but it's not really what that is about. This is about, are you following me? Are you getting me, right? It's about being in presence. And it's about enjoying that. Isn't what everything we do in our life is to enjoy life, to enjoy ourselves, to feel our love, to be present with ourselves, don't limit ourselves, don't try to control this whole thing. I think this is it. What else do we want? More joy? More joy? So feeling abundant, because I have these two great examples now in my life. There's many smaller ones, but these are so standing out financially, and this new light living tribe of truth that are both in a state of, I'm feeling it constantly, I'm living it. And is it then reflecting yet, like money, for example, is the measurement, I'm pointing here the old way, measurement that I have all this money in my bank account and all of that. I don't see it there yet. Do I feel I'm rich? Yes. Do I feel I'm abundant? Yes. Do I feel there's money there? Yes. It's kind of strange that it isn't literally, but yeah, strange that these bills are not paid, but yeah, well, let's put that just aside, because I'm here living it. Isn't that the most important part? And you might say, but Alice, you also need that money for, yeah. And Alice, it would be great if there are more people in that tribe. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. But I believe this way to go about it is the way to go about it. At least for me, I'm sharing what it's coming from me, right? And it's very easy to have gone through these phases and these steps and then have the end result or whatever that leads, and then looking back and then share it with you. You know what I did? This and this happened, and that led to that, and this is the end result, and so amazing, and this is what I did. Let's talk about it while we're in the midst of it. That is what light living is about. Let's talk about the messy parts in the sense of the old way. There's not the people and there's not the money, which doesn't feel messy at all, honestly, anymore. But that might be something we need to talk about, right? Because it feels, when it still feels messy for you, then there is more of that mess created, I believe, when I'm feeling the joy and the abundance and the delight in it. Then I see that in my reality. And you could say that me being yesterday, the whole day, joyful is the proof of that. Isn't it? That's my measurement tape. Here. This is where, this is my measurement tape. I don't know if you see that. My measured tape of joy. How much joy do I have in my life? That should be the measurement. It should be, right? The more joy, the better. It's not about the more money, the better. You could be miserable and have money. The more joy, the better. It's not about how many people are coming. There could be hundreds of people and I feel like, oh, I have to go there again and I don't like it and whatever. So it's not the amount of people that give me the joy. It's about me showing up there and being in that energy and living it is the joy. And I also love in groups to guide that process and to support people to get more to this state. And yesterday it worked and today it worked. I'm in that state. And there's moments I'm not. They get less and less. But yeah, there's moments I think, Alice, get a job, do something. But the thing is, I'm a really good psychologist. I've done all these things in private practices and blah, 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 blue, blue. And yeah, I could do all that. Not feeling it. So I'm not doing it. I'm only feeling what feels right in this moment. And in this moment, it's the light living, the stripe of truth. That feels right. And I'm talking to people that want to come on and be do weekly, no, monthly, a workshop or something and be specialized in certain things that we need in this new way of living. For example, something... I'm talking with my sister, but we haven't really defined it. So let's say about an imagery, and a picture, a drawing that can, by looking at it, bring you back to your essence. A way of perceiving your essence and staying there. What I'm just explaining, right? My friend Agnes is really good in helping you to stay there. So she will coming. And another one is really good in playing in the quantum field. Okay, I should stop talking because I haven't spoken to everyone. You know how much joy it brings me to bring other people in because I'm always doing everything alone. And this feels like co-creation. I think anyway, it's a time of co-creation. And I always found that difficult because I have such my own way of doing things that I'm like, I don't know how to co-create. And I'm like, but it's so easy. I do my thing and then others do their workshops. They do it different than me and it doesn't have to be like me. But we can coexist, but we don't have to do things in a group together because that's I can't do, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I'm babbling too much. Let me get back to the point. Our essence. And I think it starts, and that's this video. What is your measurement of success? Whatever you do in life, right? You might feel stuck in something in your life. You might feel, I want to create something. A lot of people are there, right? I want to create something. I'm not really sure what, or maybe if I know what, I don't know how to do it. And I'm kind of sabotaging myself. I'm trying to control. I'm trying to block it. Or lots of people are in that space, right? We want it to work. We want things to be successful. We have certain ideas. I would say drop all those. Drop it. Every time you putting a different measurement than joy. Am I enjoying doing this? If it's anything different than measurement, will people like it? Will it be successful? Da, da, da. Old way, old school, drop it. And come back to how much joy does this give me? Go for that. Regardless what will happen when you bring it into the world. Don't think about it. Don't go there. Right? Stay with your joy factor measurement. How much joy am I feeling doing this? How much joy is it to do that? And sometimes the joy is doing nothing. Then do nothing and enjoy that. Not do nothing and lay in the couch and feel miserable. Then that was not your joy. It needs to be something when you do it, it feels good. And sometimes it feels scary to do it. And then you bring that scary element of you with you and you do it anyway. I'm very often, not with this video so much, but very often when I do new things, and with light living, there was a phase that I was scared. Now that maybe that was also the delight. It has started, so I don't have to carry the part of me that is a bit scared. Because the part of me that was scared was, am I able to do this? Am I able to create a space like that? The creation, not so much, but have these weekly calls that we do together from a new space, because I can do all the things I know from before, and they are listed. When you look, there's a link below, like you can have a look at it, of what is inside that light living. That's all the old that I know. But honestly, I don't want to define it by the old. I want to define it with where I'm now. So there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of, it's all intuitive in the moment. And I want it to be as open and undivined as possible. So it might not look exactly as the list I put there. Now that's scary, because it's a new world. This new way of living is also new for me, as much as it is for you. So yeah, that's scary in a bit. Like, I'm putting this new thing up, and we're going to do this, and we're going to grow together and figure this out, right? Understanding more. You might come in with things that you're not there yet, and I might share something, what I did, and that might help you, or we feel our way into it, most likely. All I know is, all I have these days, and all I know is, I am my essence, and that's the only place I operate from. And from there comes so much wisdom, so much truth, right? So much love. And anything that we come across will be conquered from there, will be softened from there, we will bring light to with such ease, you will notice. That's my experience, with so much ease. It's not peeling all the old layers and working on the old traumas. No, 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 no. I say, as a psychologist, worked my whole life with trauma, made myself being an expert in trauma, right? No, 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 no. Is it bypassing? No, 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 no. It's just living from your essence and let that move through your human. And then the human just steps aside, allows it all to happen. And that's all we do. So, two things. How much are you measuring the things that you do by a certain outcome? If that is not joy, if that's not love, or whatever measurement you would rather have, then become aware of that. It's so easy to go back there. It's not how we want to measure our life, right? And secondly, come back to your essence. Come back, come back, come back throughout the day as much as you can. And then at a certain point, you come into a stage where, like my beautiful description of yesterday, you can just be in the joy regardless of what happens outside in my reality. So I don't need first to have something that would give me joy. No, I'm the joy. And that's going to be reflected in my life, because everything feels joyful. if someone shows up or not. It's joyful. It doesn't matter. I must say, I looked at it with like, oh, surprise myself. Like, oh, is that how easy it feels? I didn't know I was able and capable of doing this, but apparently that's how it showed up. So I'm happy to have shared that with you as a beautiful example of the new way of living. All right. Much love. It was a pleasure creating this for you. And if you want to join the Light Living, find it in the comments below, the description below. And otherwise, I'm seeing you in the next one. Shall we? Much love. Bye-bye.